All right, welcome in. Welcome back to another episode of Bears Film Room. My name is Dave, cover the Bears for SM. Join my good friend, co-host Ficky, also covers the Bears for sportsmockery.com. And we have our producer, Jack, on the show. And the Bears win big time against Dallas. We were hoping this would be the case. This was the game, I feel like, if it was going to happen, this is the one. And obviously the Bears absolutely dominate Dallas. And I'm not used to doing these post-game shows. I know every, 10, 12 weeks during the season, we have this pod where the Bears actually win, and it feels so good. Caleb Williams balled out. I cannot wait to kind of talk about this one. Again, this show is presented by sportsmockery.com. So again, check out all of our work. We're going to have a lot of fun stuff. Finally, some film reviews, positive articles, lots of good stuff to take away from this game, both from offense and the defense that had 4 takeaways. So, Ficky, I'm going to start with you. Instant reactions here. Bears, Cowboys, how we feeling after this?
Okay, obviously feeling great. Dominant win. But tell me, after the first minute, Luther Burden takes it out of the end zone for a 10-yard gain, right? We're basically on the 15-yard line. First series, 3 and out. And I go, of course. Typical Bears fashion, where you would expect them to be dominant against this type of defense, and they can't even get 1 first down. But then, out of nowhere, player who changes the trajectory of this whole game, Tyrique Stevenson gets that strip fumble, and it was basically the end of history after that. So on cloud 9, a big one that makes me happy. Caleb Williams obviously went crazy, but he could only go crazy because that offensive line did their job and allowed 0 sacks on the day. And, we talked about penalties. Darnold Wright had a couple here and there, but it was much better performance overall from a discipline standpoint on both sides of the ball. And all of that mixed together to make the beautiful concoction of a dominant win that the Bears have not had in forever. And honestly, it'd probably been week 5 last year against the Jaguars in London. That's the last time the Bears actually showed up, and all gas, no break. So I'm on cloud 9 because run defense looked a little iffy, but overall defense did what they needed to do, had tons of takeaways. Offense was dominant as hell. Special teams did their job. It was just a great game overall. No notes.
Yeah, I love everything you just said there. Jack, you mind if I go? Then we'll go to you.
Yeah, please. Go ahead.
Love the hoodie, by the way, Jack.
Thanks. Goodwill. $10.
Hey, we love that.
That's awesome.
It's a steal.
Bears win, obviously. What was the final score? 34?
31 to 14.
Yeah. This is what I wanted to happen. I feel like I thought it was going to be closer. I thought it was going to be a shootout and that the Bears were going to have to win. And I would start with offense, but we got to give credit to the Bears defense. The way they played, undermanned, Tyrique Stevenson, like you said, really jump-starting this team, saving the day with that. He just said, give me that. He just took it, man. I was just so shocked that he was in bounds too. Because like knowing Bears luck, he would have had 1 foot out or something along those lines. And the Bears defense, Tremaine Edmonds was just awesome. Noah Sewell also, I thought, put on some really good tape. And then, of course, Caleb Williams. He really he played. The funny thing is, watching this game, I'm taking the notes, right? He had some misses, quite a few, where he was either inaccurate, balls that you expect him to make. And if you ask him himself, he's going to say the same thing, right? And he left so many plays out there, but he also made some unbelievable throws. And it gets you excited. The fact that he still played so great, but has so much more to prove and to be better on. I mean, today he was what? We're going to get to it, but 298, 4 touchdowns. He was 19 of 28. And there's still so much more room for him to improve. And that's just so exciting as a Bears fan, because he obviously, the little layups Tom Brady talked about on the broadcast, where he's like, he's hitting the hard throws. It's the easy ones, right? That take years to kind of to get down 100%. But they got to be, right. You got to hit these 10 times out of 10 is what Brady said. And I think Williams is going to get there. And when he does, he's going to be very scary, because like even today where he had a couple throws that were either short. I think one got tipped to Rome. That would have been a first down. You would love to see that happen too. But it's just all in all, he didn't take a lot of sacks. The protection was great. Shout out to the offensive line. Theo Benedict, I know Darnell Wright came back in, but he held his own. And I really cracked me up. As soon as he got in, they started running the ball like quick, right down the throat. That 19-play drive that really pretty much put the game away. But what a drive by Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams, especially with Ben Johnson. I know he's a great play caller. We all know that. but he really had Matt Eberflus in a blender, and it was fun to watch. And I saw a tweet here. I don't know who did it, but it was so brilliant. And I was like, it should have been a Jack tweet. It was like, Matt Eberflus did more today, or he's finally starting to develop Caleb Williams or something like that.
I had something similar today. I had something. It said it took 515 days since draft day to finally develop him.
And I thought that was so funny. But all in all, just as a Bears fan, we're going to have a week where we can turn on SportsCenter, ESPN, listen to podcasts like this one, Bears Film Room Podcast, and just smile a little bit, right? It was a true work of art. Love that from Ethan here on YouTube. This entire game truly was, from the defense that I was really scared about early on, where I was like, this is going to be a shootout, and I don't think we can win it. And shame on me for believing that, because the Bears defense really outplay themselves. And I'll leave it at that. We're going to get to a lot here. And if you're excited about today's game, hit that like button if you can. Put the show out. We're almost at 10,000 subs. And Jack, this is what I want to hear. How are you feeling, brother?
I'm feeling great. One, loving this comment. I like having control because then I can be dramatic about comments that compliment me. JD said Jack is the voice of reason when everyone else panics on this panel. I agree. I think that I keep you guys in check, and I'm like a higher power is how I feel. But
yeah, that's
besides that, no, like Fick said, dude, that first drive was scary. Then the Cowboys go on offense and Javonte is just like tearing us up. And I was like, fuck, like we are going to lose by 500,000 points. I'm going to throw up. I already had like hate tweets ready to go. Like it was just the worst. I thought it was gonna be the worst thing. Tyrique, I swear to God, he like changed the vibe of that game quick. Yeah, man, I don't know what else. I think that we looked so good to where I'm optimistic for the rest. It wasn't like it was like we won 17-14, like skin of our teeth, like it just looked bad. It was a pure like domination. Like it was full, like there was not a moment in time besides the first 8 minutes or whatever of the game where I was nervous, that we would have a problem, I guess, going forward. No. But yeah, feeling great.
What about we got a good one here from Imperil. I didn't really notice much till the very end of the game, but DJ body language meter. Did you notice anything?
All the way up.
All the way up.
Looking great. He had a little post-game video. Good body language, smiling. We like that. Yeah. DJ's I'll say it. Everyone's meter's all the way up. Every single person.
I mean, that was a dominant win, so I don't blame you. The vibes are definitely high. And the NFL's crazy. It's a week-by-week situation. 1 week, it's like, hey, Detroit comes in and drops 52 on you, and it's like, this team can never win a game. We're 0-16. Then you have a dominant game like this, and boom, immediately flips the momentum. And honestly, it can, right? We've seen this before. The Washington Commanders did it literally to us last year, where it seemed like the Hail Mary play was the game that started to get things going. Obviously, there's a lot of football left, and I'm not saying this game is going to be that game, but this is definitely a great way to bounce back to getting your asses kicked the week prior. So shout out to Ben Johnson, Dennis Allen, all of them on that. I want to say one thing to you, Jack, though. I agree where you feel really, really good about this team, but there's one area that still scares the shit out of me, and it's not even the secondary. Like, I think they did a better job, and we schemed it up a little bit better. That run defense, man, it is through 3 weeks, give anybody the ball, they're fucking getting a pop for 6 yards a carry. It seemed like, I think at some point, Javonte Williams in the first half, I think he had like 7.6 yards per carry. Like 8 yards per carry is crazy work, especially at the high volume that he was getting it. So we'll need to, obviously this isn't a perfect team, but if they can really help solidify that side of the ball, especially since they're not doing it against, like, it's not like the D-line and linebackers are injured other than TJ Edwards, but that D-line is pretty fresh. So they should be able to close up those lanes with like Grady Jarrett and Javon Dexter. But I agree with you. Vibes are high. I love it too,
but like I am worried. We'll talk about it later this week, but like with next week being Genty and like every rookie has like a big breakout game, like they start. I'm just worried, right? Because it is a problem. We have a definite problem. So but we'll see, I guess.
He was running hard today too. I don't know if you saw some of his runs, but it looked more like the Genty that prospects had labeled him as generational. So you're right. Maybe this will be a good testament to this team. I'm sure the Raiders are watching the film of this matchup and saying, oh yeah, we're feeding this motherfucker the ball. So sorry, Dave, you had something to say on that?
I have so much to say. And how like you have like 40,000 different thoughts running through your mind and you just don't know which one to like say because you want to say them all. That's how I feel with this Bears game. Because it's like you brought up like Grady Jarrett a second ago. I want to talk about him. Talking about running the ball, I thought DeAndre Swift actually looked pretty decent today. However, he only had 33 yards rushing.
They gave a lot of Kyle Monungai in the second half. It was because
I only had 16.
Yeah, but he got a lot of carries. Like that 19 that 19 play drive was mostly Monungai. There wasn't a lot of Swift on that.
He had
one.
6 carries for 16 yards.
Yeah.
DeAndre Swift had 13 carries for 33 yards. So DeAndre Swift
great.
averaged 2.5 yards a carry. Monungai averaged 2.7 yards a carry.
Those aren't great numbers, by the way.
It just felt like the running game was going a little bit better. And I think maybe on that 19 play drive, I think that's where most of those yards actually came from, because Ben Johnson, he stuck with the run, if I'm not mistaken, during that let me look at it. I had it written down here. So 11-yard run, 12-yard pass, 9-yard pass, 0-yard run, 2-yard run, 7-yard run, 4-yard run, 2-yard run, 4-yard run, 7-yard run, 5-yard run, 4-yard, 2-yard, and then 8-yard run.
Yes.
So none over 10 yards. But if you look at it, I mean, and then the final 3 on that 19 play drive was a 4-yard pass, 7-yard pass, and then the 4-yard touchdown pass to DJ Moore. So that's hilarious, because I was like, man, they're running the ball really well. And you look at the stats, it does not showcase that. And I still think they need some help. Did Roshan, was he active?
No, he was active, but he didn't get a carry.
That's crazy. But we also had DJ Moore. He had 3 carries for 7 yards. Luther Burden 1 for 7. Zacchaeus 1 for 12. And that's one thing I want to touch on is Ben Johnson. The way that he has a feel for the game, where those end arounds or those jet sweeps, they just come at such it's like
crucial
perfect timing, man. And I know it's Eberflus, I know it's the Dallas defense, but he just has such a great feel. And as a play caller, that we've heard how great he is. We've seen how great he's been, when he was with Detroit. But to watch it live, he just keeps everyone guessing. The motion, it's like constant motion. Obviously, you have no idea who's getting the ball. And the thing with the Bears today, I mean, I don't know if there was a false start. I know they had 2 penalties on offense.
Holdings, that's it.
Yeah. And then Darnell Wright had something as well. But it was never, I don't think they had a false start. Yeah, legal man, no false starts. And that's, I think, you could see the Bears offense. They didn't get in their own way in regards to just messing up momentum or slowing things down or playing behind the sticks. It was really just a clean game all around. And Caleb Williams, of course, he missed a few throws. And if he makes those, I mean, this game is wide open, probably even more so. I mean, just because I think there's 2 or 3 throws that would have sustained drives. And then the one to Rome that got tipped. I mean, this is it was incredible to watch the poise from not just Ben Johnson, but the quarterback too. And then Rome Odunze. We didn't even talk about Luther Burden yet. DJ Moore got in. And Zacchaeus, Cole Kmet. I hope Loveland's all right. I think he has a hip injury, and I don't think he returned. He was questionable.
He did not.
But all in all, the way they were able to play clean football, it looks really, really good. And that's when they can be scary. And this team should be 2-1. That's what's a little disgusting. Losing to JJ McCarthy in week 1 is really going to hurt. But if you can get to 2-2 here, you play the Raiders next week, you got to feel real good going to the bye at 2-2. And then, of course, the Packers lost today on a game-winning field goal. Let's have a week.
Yes,
Thank you, Gage. If you want to get to that super chat, $2 super chat
here. Yeah, shout out to Gage here on YouTube. Also, Patreon member, $2 super chat said, "Bear fucking down." Also, did I win our bet, Jack? I think you did, Gage. I don't think Kyle Monunga is the starter yet.
Define RB1. Define that.
I think it's the starter.
Question, basically. Yeah,
okay.
I don't know what you'd call it, because to me, the guy who had the most snaps in the most recent half of football, I would say would be the starter. That's just my opinion. I think that's kind of how it works in most, conversations, I guess. So we'll have to figure it out. But
all right,
I don't know how you define RB1.
I think you owe up some money there to Gage, but I'll let y'all discuss that one. That's funny. No, appreciate it though, Gage. Appreciate the super chat there. I think that's great. I think the point though I want to add on to your little thing there, Dave, is that what you want to see from this team moving forward week from week is just progression, right?
Yeah.
Like you saw a lot of motions this week, but actually when you look at the amount of motions they had in the first 2 weeks, I think they were one of the lower teams in the NFL with pre-snap motions. And when Ben Johnson was on Detroit, they were one of the higher ones. And that tells you one thing. That tells you that the offense is still in the early stages, right? And that makes sense. It's a second-year quarterback, a first-year offense, right? They're trying to figure out what works, what doesn't, and then we build on it. That's just kind of the nature of all new offenses that are getting installed when you're learning anything new. So what I like to see this game that gives me a little bit of hope or makes me feel good about the progression they've made, more trick plays we saw. I think they had 4 trick plays, right? Whether, counting end arounds, obviously the flea flicker, direct snap to DeAndre Swift, which then went back to Caleb Williams on a pitch, right? So we're starting to see more of that. So if you start to see more trick plays, that means they must feel good about the foundational plays that they've had installed in. And so I think they're just going to keep building on that. And hopefully by week 10, week 14, this offense has, the playbook has opened wide open and they have a lot more that they can work with, which means they can throw defenses even, off their tail even more. And so I'm excited about the progression that we've seen. And then also from Caleb, which we'll talk about, is the progression we've seen from week 1 to week 2 to week 3. It's not always going to be linear, but in this case it has been. And then even the summation of the first 3 weeks of this season versus what we saw in the first 3 weeks of last season, it's night and day. So overall, very happy with where this team is headed.
Absolutely. Well said, Fick. Before we get to our first break here, I know there's like almost 2,500 across all platforms watching us, so we appreciate it. If you can, hit that like button, subscribe. So close to 10,000 subscribers. But yeah, this is going to be a fun one. I think Fick and I think Jack, even you, we've dove a little into the film, all 22 the last couple weeks, and there's been, especially last week, a lot of bright spots. But this is going to be a lot of fun. Like you said, the trick plays. I even had one, I think, in the second half where he had Zacchaeus. He had tucked and ran. Like he just barely missed him. He took his eyes down and obviously went to run. And it was good. He still picked up like 6-7 yards, but it looked like he had Zacchaeus coming open. And also you want to maybe take care of the ball there just because you're up by so much. But Zacchaeus was coming. So it's going to be really a lot of fun. And it was great to see kind of Ben Johnson get comfortable and get in his bag. And also him going for it on that fourth down, fourth and goal.
Yeah, 4th and 5.
The balls. I love it, man. And the thing is, he's been that way since week 1, where, I mean, the Vikings game, they went for it a couple times where they maybe could have, kicked the field goal. I love his mentality, just where, hey, go get it, quarterback, go get it, Caleb. Like, he trusted his quarterback. Caleb delivered, and that basically ended the game right there, right? Yeah. No, they didn't end the game, but they went up like 14, something along those lines. Yeah, that was where they went up
2 scores, yeah.
I just love that mentality where Ben Johnson, he truly goes for the kill shot, and he didn't smile all game. I know we laugh about it. I keep mentioning it, but the guy, I've kept on watching. I was like, is he any type of celebration, even on the flea flicker, which was hilarious. Everyone is going crazy. Caleb, Luther, the whole Bears sideline. You got Soldier Field rocking, right? Almost 60,000 in attendance or whatever it was, 59. And you just see Ben Johnson just pissed off. Job's not finished, right? We keep on seeing that meme. And I love his mentality, just how he coaches. And of course, hopefully this is a start of just some more wins coming along the season. So, but let's get to our first break, and then I guess we'll get a little more structure to the show. We'll go over just some key takeaways and of course our meters.
First off, thank you for watching the BFR podcast, the #1 show for the fans by the fans. If this is your first time here, please like and subscribe, as it just helps our show grow and helps the algorithm get this show out to other awesome, amazing Bear fans like y'all as we're trying to grow this community. If this is your first time, also leave a hashtag #NewFaceGang in the chat. That's hashtag #NewFaceGang in the chat, and we'll give you a shout out before the end of the show. And if this is not your first time, this is your second time, you've watched over 100 episodes or anything in between, then you are a true OG, and we want to show you some love as well. So please leave a hashtag OG in the chat, and we'll make sure to give you a shout out before the end of the show. Thank y'all for all the support for the #1 show for the fans by the fans, the BFR podcast. Now let's get back to the show.
Yeah. Vic, let's go ahead and start. I think what we want to do is just the game recap in the 4K tracker, which I'm very excited about. Are we not on pace? I don't want to.
We'll get to it.
I think we are. I thought we. Okay. Anyways. Game recap.
Let's get the game recap. Yes. Man, this is crazy. I'm not used to doing this, but Bears win 31-14, as we know. But the big one here, 4 touchdowns. and 1 field goal versus only 2 touchdowns for the Cowboys. Obviously, shout out to Tremaine Edmonds, who had that red zone pick, which was huge there. Not that the Cowboys were probably going to come back, but that basically ended the game. So that was awesome. Looking at passing yards, obviously we know Caleb had 298, just short of 300. Dak had 275, which is kind of impressive. We didn't talk about this, but CeeDee Lamb getting injured in the first, that was huge, right? Because, I mean, this is freaking CeeDee Lamb, a top 5 wide receiver in the league. Looking at rushing yards, 87, again, not great. And then our run defense gave up 121. So running the ball has just not been well on either side for us. First downs, they had 23, but that's just because they had the ball more. We had 19, which tells you that we had way more explosive plays. Like, if we have 31 points off at 19 and with only 19 first downs, that means our plays were big chunks. And then we had 3 interceptions and they had 0, which is great. And then we had 2 sacks. Shout out to Montez Sweat finally getting a sack. And they had 0 on the day. Shout out to the Bears O-line. But yes, just a dominant performance. Anything that stands out for you guys on that one? I mean, some of those stats you probably
you pulled up again for me.
Yeah.
So one of my keys to the game, which is always was the win the turnover battle. And the Bears just did an incredible job. No fumbles. Caleb obviously didn't throw an interception. Just a great job all around for just taking care of the football, right? We actually heard Flus talk about it all last year, really, when he was in Chicago, about taking care of the football, and the Bears just did a great job. The interceptions, Tremaine Edmonds, I think you had a tweet, and it was word for word what I was thinking. I was like, just an incredible athletic play.
That first
and also,
one?
that ball lie, because that was a terrible call. I think it was Tyrique Stevenson.
Yeah, that was a little soft of a call.
Illegal contact.
Yeah.
Just so soft. But again, Edmonds, very, very next play, it was deflected and just an acrobatic catch.
You know what's crazy? I have a friend that's a Bills fan, and so he's like texting me. We're just like texting during the game and whatnot, and he asked me literally, "How do you feel about Tremaine Edmonds?" I feel like that may have been an overpay on the deal, and I'm like, "Yeah, he's been kind of above average, not bad, but not great." But, probably not worth the deal you gave him. And he's like, yeah, I was surprised you guys gave him that deal. And I was like, that's because Matt Eberflus was our head coach. He liked a Tampa 2. I mean, his physical traits are for a Tampa 2 type of linebacker, yada, yada, yada. And then literally, like the next play after I sent him that, you see this incredible interception by Tremaine Edmonds. Boy texted me. He's like, okay, never mind. Maybe it was worth it. And then obviously he had a second one after that. And I mean, look, he's not going to do that every game. But if he has games like that where he walks away from the season with 5 or 6, 5 would be crazy. But if you have like 4 interceptions on the year, you play decent everywhere else. That's the Tremaine Edmonds you pay for, because obviously takeaways are huge in regards to winning a football game. So shout out to Tremaine Edmonds for that, for showing up there.
Yeah, it was even the second one at the goal line. I know Dak had to throw his 4th down, but that was just a hell of a snag. Really, really excited. Is that Taco Bell? I'm jealous.
It is, but it's water in it. Yeah, that was my pregame
snack.
Okay. I would say my big key that we had, and it wasn't on there, but it was something I just saw at the end of the game. We converted 8 third downs.
Wow.
We went 8 for 13 from third down, and I think that's huge. I think we, especially like, just I can picture in my head, like week 1, third down was a big struggle. I don't know what the actual number was, but we just
for 14 or something like that. It was pretty
right. Bad. It was like I didn't feel like the play calls were working. I feel like it was kind of always a broken play. It looked smooth. And I think third down conversions are super important. Again, just keep your offense on the field as long as possible. So that's definitely my big takeaway.
That's a great call out. I didn't even realize they were that good. I know 2 of those conversions were those trick plays, which was nice.
They would have been 9 for 13 too, Jack, if that ball doesn't get tipped there from Rome, because he had him right open. And I also think he had another. I think he had another. Not an overthrow.
No, the drop in the red zone too by Rome. I know it was kind of a duck ball by Caleb, but that was a third down.
Yeah, the ball came out. Good play, good coverage. Yeah, it did. Yeah, but Rome also has a little bit of a consistency throughout this season so far, where he does have a drop in a game where it's like, you just expect him, and if you ask Rome, he's going to be like, yeah, I should get that 10 times out of 10, and he just makes such incredibly difficult catches, and then sometimes it's like, when he does drop one, which at least you get one a game so far, at least this year. And I'm shocked every single time. So, but he's so young. He's already a top receiver in this. This dude is he's unbelievable. And then shout out to Luther Burden. I mean, this is the breakout game, over 100 yards too. I think obviously the flea flicker touchdown took a big chunk of that, but then he had another one, another reception later in the game. So just awesome day across the board. But I want to see where we're at in regards to the 4,000-yard journey.
Yeah, let's get to it.
Caleb.
Yeah, let's see the 4K tracker here. You actually might be a little bit disappointed because obviously today looked great. 298 yards. Week 1, though, he only had 211. I know it's not showing here, but week 2, he only had 207. So before this game, he was only averaging 209 yards a game, which is not that great. But this week, definitely a big bounce back. And I think his average right now, as you can see there, is 238. And he needs, though, to get to 4K, he needs to average 270 something. So he's about 40 yards off. That can still be done. One game can make that jump up like crazy, right? He has a 350-yard game. His average is easy, close to 300. So earlier in the season, he's a little bit behind pace. But I will say this, and Dave, you tweeted about it. Dude has 7 touchdowns and 1 interception. So if we end the season and he ends up with 3,800 yards, but he has like a 28-4 or something, you know what I mean? Like a super efficient touchdown to interception ratio. Like, I'm counting that as a win. But right now he's just slightly behind. A lot of football left, though.
I don't know. Yeah. So 2 things here. I was going off our guy, a friend of the show, Nick Whalen. He put the Caleb Williams' current 17-game pace was 4,052 yards, 40 touchdown passes, 6 interceptions, which is just crazy. So I want to know whose math is not math in here.
It's probably It's probably a rounding error.
And just like the refs, we may have to do a little bit of math here. Do you remember that?
What, 238 times 17?
Yeah.
Did you see that? Well, we're gonna do a little math here. The refs just I don't know. I didn't like that.
Where was
I'd be like, I don't want to just do a little math. Let's make sure this is 100% correct. Anyways, Caleb Williams through 3 games. Pick Jack. I'm sure you've saw my tweet here, but he's 59 of 93, 63%. So he's below that. Was it 70% mark? Right.
68%. He's
Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson once been half, but he has 715 passing yards, 7 touchdowns, which is NFL. He's leading NFL right now. 1 interception, 107 passer rating, 16 carries for 97 yards, and 1 rushing touchdown. So that's 8 total touchdowns in 3 games. Also, that interception, if you really think about it, he was trying to throw it away and he just didn't.
Well, actually,
so, I mean, it counts.
no, he was actually, I saw he was talking about. He thought, because in scramble drills, he thought OZ was going to go deeper. OZ didn't. He cut to the sideline. He threw like he was going to go forward. And so, it went. He thought he was going to be back there, and he wasn't. But that's okay. It's only 1 interception.
Yeah, and you trickle in a couple drops out of that 59 for 93, which is 63%. But he's probably got a couple drops, probably about 4 or 5. And then he also has a few that he would probably want back as far as accuracy goes. And he's got to make some of these layups, but good Lord, does he make some impressive throws?
That one where he's fading away. You know what I'm talking about? Like the pressure's in his face right away, fades away.
It was a bootleg, had a free rusher.
Yep.
Yeah.
Crazy play.
Yep.
Oh, and also,
fun, man.
It is. Mathematical error on my part. So you need 238 yards per game. Right now, he is at 238, I think. I did the math. So he's on pace for 4,046. So his is 52. That's probably because we round down, but that's fine. Yeah, he's on pace to just eclipse 4,000. So I'll make an update for that next week. But still, that's good. You're on, 4K is great, but what's better is 8 touchdowns and 1 interception. I love that.
I was watching that clip again. Zacchaeus when DJ Moore scored the touchdown on 4th and goal from Caleb.
Yeah.
Dude's got to be careful. Like
I saw that when I saw that live, I was busting up laughing. The dude went flying over his shoulder.
It's one of my favorite. Yeah, well, DJ's like he's hitting Rome up. He feels someone tap him, so he's like, "What?" And he looks down. He's like, "What the hell?"
Yeah, Zacchaeus just goes flying. Over.
I would show the clip, but I can't. We'll get NFL's real quick with that. They'll strike us down as far as copyrights go.
Let's take a look at the QB tracker though, if you don't mind, Jack.
Yeah,
pulling that up. So this is important too. Obviously, QBR is not the sole, determination if someone is playing well, but it does help when you have all the other data with it. And what's great here is you saw from week 1 to week 2, I think he was around like 70, and then he went to like 90, or he was like 80, low 80s, and he went to 90. This man was near perfect today with 143. That's a big jump. Not expecting that he'll be up there every week, but this is great to see. And again, it's not going to be linear. Next week, he might, they might win, but he may have a QBR of 100. But overall, he's passing the eye test, which is great. The stats are backing it up. And finally, for once, you get a W along with it. So vibes are high over here. Excited that Caleb Williams did what he needed to do, right? I know people are going to be like, hey, it's the Dallas Cowboys. The defense sucks. You're absolutely right. But we've seen it before where a quarterback for the Bears has put on a jersey and he's gone against a shitty defense and he was supposed to torch him and he doesn't. So this is what he was supposed to do and he did it, and that's what matters, and it equated to a win, which is most important, okay? You can't choose who you play. He doesn't get that. He's got to put the jersey on and play the guys in front of him, and he did a fantastic job doing that today, and so did the offensive line, particularly in pass pro, and same with the wide receivers, getting open, doing their job, blocking when needed to. Just an overall masterclass on that side of the ball. So good things to see. Oh yeah, you're muted, Dave, even though you said absolutely.
Yeah, I wish I could show this clip, and I guess we could if we want to. Let's do it.
Which one?
Should we do it? It's inside the Bears locker room.
I think we should be good.
I think we should be good. Let's play this clip. If not, we can always edit it out and remove it. But I think this is important. If you want to share the screen, I'll share it real quick. Or if you want to get us to that portion. Let me see here. So give you guys just a little context here. This is going to be inside the Bears locker room after the first win, obviously for Caleb Williams or for Ben Johnson. And I just love this. I'm gonna play it. If you're watching on YouTube, obviously you can see it. If it's Apple, Spotify, you'll just be able to hear the audio here.
First home victory. You know what I got? Repeat after me now. Good, better, bad. Good, better, bad. Never let it rest. Never let it rest. Good gets better. Good gets better. Anybody gets better. Anybody gets better. Bears on three. First
love it.
Home victory.
Fantastic. Was it good, better,
Dude.
best? Never let it rest. Something. I got to. Hopefully we
Ben
get enough
is fucking. I apologize for my language. This Ben is a fucking sicko.
He's a psycho.
In all, he's just all football all the time. And
could you imagine Eberflus doing something like that? No way.
Or John
Fox. No. Yeah. John Fox is way too old. He should have been in a retirement home.
It just gets me. It gets my blood pumping, dude. I just these guys believe in him, and that's all I see here is just belief.
Yeah, I love it.
And I know it's early. Game number 3. I don't know how you know what's the Jack seeing that.
You know what's the best part of it all is that they faced adversity and they bounced back. That's why I think it's huge. Because obviously it's easy to get wins against bad teams, but it's harder to do that when you just literally got your fucking brakes beaten last week. This helps erase a game like you had last week. And Ben Johnson talked about it. He talked about, hey, I've been in this league long enough. I know there's going to be games where you just get stomped. It's not about, okay, obviously you wanted to win that game, but it just wasn't your day. What are you going to do the next week? How is your team going to respond? And for a young team, right, we're one of the younger teams in the league, at least in the bottom half, with a new head coach, a young quarterback, how are they going to respond at home? And time again, we have seen this team under different regimes, different quarterbacks, or even the same one last year, where they don't respond. And what does that lead to? 10-game losing streaks, 12-game losing streaks, 6-game losing streaks, right? This team could have easily done that. Under the same regime last year, this team is losing this game. After getting beat 50-0, that is your Hail Mary game. You're losing again this week. This team did not do that. They showed up. They showed out, And shout out to them for actually getting the dub. And now, hopefully, which is hard to say because we haven't seen a streak since we've had the BFR pod, it seems like, right? Well, I mean, earlier last season we did, but maybe they can start a win game streak here, 2 to 3 to 4 games, right? Let's see that. Can they get back-to-back wins? We have not seen that in over 366 days. This is only the third win in over 366 days, right? These come far and few in between. So I'm really excited. I'm really hyped to see what Ben Johnson could do, especially with this up here, with this locker room, and see how we can get these guys back on track. So I love seeing videos like that. Obviously, it feels good. You're hyped after a win, but I'm excited to see how they react to the game prior and how they can move and how they can keep progressing and get this team to get more W's moving forward.
Yeah. I forget we started 4-2 last year.
Yeah.
Yep. Think about.
Yes, we did.
1-2, got that first win under our belts, and it was great. Let's get to our Caleb meter.
Let's get to our actually second ad read, and then we'll get to the meters.
Okay.
All right, we're going to get back to the episode real quick, but I had to take a moment to pause and tell you about something awesome that we have cooking up over here at the BFR podcast, and that is our Patreon membership. You can join our Patreon, the BFR Den, where we have a bunch of great exclusive stuff that happens monthly, like monthly giveaways, private Zoom calls, mailbag episodes, and much, much more to come. I mean, we've got tons of features in there. We've got 2 tiers. We have our top tier, which is $10 a month, our Hall of Fame tier. What comes with that, which is very exclusive, is our private Zoom calls with our members. So every month, you're going to get a private Zoom call with me, Dave, and Jack, and we just get to talk about whatever, shoot the shit, football, life. It's a wonderful time. And then if you want to go to the lower level, we have our Rookie Grizzly tier, which is $3 a month. And what that includes is like the private Discords, the monthly giveaways, the free merch, all the events if we have coming up, things like that, access to exclusive merch that's only for our Patreon members, and any other cool features. You'll get that at the $3 level tier. And then with the $10 level tier, you will get the private Zoom call as well. Now, you can join for free. We do post our monthly calendars in there, so you can kind of see what we have going on each month. And we post our episodes there as well. So if you want to join that ongoing community, which we keep building up, please do so at the BFR Den on Patreon. Also, as well, we give a shout out to all of our Patreon members every single episode that we do. So if you join, we'll make sure to show you some love on every episode as well. So again, you can join the BFR Den on Patreon at the BFR Den on Patreon. And we just love the support. You guys are great. Shout out to all our Patreon members, and let's get back to the show. Yes, sir.
All right. Yes, let's get to our Caleb meter. We do this every week. We have our Ben Johnson and Caleb meter. It kind of just fluctuates throughout the week or throughout the season. Obviously, with the first 2 weeks in the books, we're going to see where we're at with week number 3. Who's going first? Vic, you, I believe.
Yep. Yes, sir. Let's start it off. All right. So just for context, Caleb was in the orange prior, so a little bit under half. But after a game like this, right, I have to move him up. I'm not quite there yet, not because of Caleb himself, just because obviously the competition he went against on the opposite side wasn't the greatest litmus test to determine. But my God, this is exactly what you want to see from Caleb. I have not been selling Caleb. I've been buying stock since week 1, even after that disaster class of a loss. I'm all in on Caleb Williams, and I'm excited to see that meter keep moving forward and forward and forward. So good stuff. I mean, the man was perfect today.
Yeah. Let's I think I'm very, very high on Caleb Williams. Last week was just a little muddy with how the entire team played. But when I watched the tape against Detroit, this guy was just he showed a lot of improvement, and I can't wait to watch the all 22 this week. I know Caleb played better, but some of the throws he had against Detroit were just so good. And I'm sure we're going to find some gems this week, but you can't not be excited about Caleb. Also, I got a text from Nick Whalen just now. He did say that he is on pace for 4,000 yards, that he is correct, Fick. So he's willing to bet you that.
No, I said 4,000. I said 4,046, but I said ours was due to a rounding. Yeah.
A rounding. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you said that. I thought you mentioned he was.
No, the slide was wrong. The slide was wrong, but then I corrected myself. Yeah. I did the math. So we're good.
So, I mean, we're on pace, baby. It's exciting.
Hell yeah. We'll take
And Nick Whalen, it's just funny. He texted me. I guess he's watching the show right now.
Good,
So shout out
it,
to Nick.
Thank you. Our
hope
official
you're doing well,
statistician. Our official statistician.
Nick Whalen. He's going to let us know. Absolutely.
Yes.
Jack, I think you're probably in the same boat here. How are we feeling about Caleb?
Yeah, he's my fucking goat, dude. He's unbelievable. I actually thought that was a sound effect. That was really good, Fick.
Who did that? Was that you, Fick?
Yeah, that was me.
No, you can't do better than that first one.
I know that first one was good.
I really thought it was a sound effect.
I thought I had a sound effect. Living or my office here.
That was a crazy.
I might have to clip that one and make it a sound. But yeah, that's funny. So no pressure on the first one. That's why I was perfect.
This is the fun we can have when the Bears win. We get talents we'd even know Fick had when the Bears win.
Sorry, Jack, not to cut you off, but continue on your Caleb.
You can cut me off whenever you make a goat noise, anytime you want. But yeah, he really is the fucking best. Not much more to put or say to it. I can't only imagine where we're going to be in 2 years. Like, I can't even fathom the idea that we'll be top 2 NFC seed consistently throughout his entire career. It's unbelievable to think about. It is true. Yeah, it was a fucking awesome game. I love him very much.
Question for y'all, and I think that's fair, Jack. I mean, I know we never thought this, but this game should shut up the Bagent talk, right? Are we going to see any Bagent talk this week?
I'll be sick if I see one person bring up
every week so far. We've seen it every week. So I'm just asking, it's not like I'm just pulling this out of thin air. There's been some sort of Bagent talk, an article from a well-respected reporter, whether it's like ESPN, The Athletic. There's been something about Tyson Bagent. Will we see any Tyson Bagent talk this week? Yes or no? Or did this finally close it out? No, I love it. I hope so. Dave, what about you? Do you think there'll be any Tyson Bagent talk?
There's your answer. No,
there it is. All right,
you already talking too much about it.
I know.
Okay, I had to do that for the video. Yeah, absolutely not, man. I don't even want to entertain this. This is ridiculous. It's always been a little crazy. I've seen those. I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's just
I've
crazy.
seen Tyson, man. He's a great backup. I'm glad they locked him up. I hope we never have to see him play though. Like truly. Okay. Yeah. If he's on the field, it means injury, and that's the only reason he's going to be on.
Or if we're up,
major, blowing out the team.
Yeah, as I say, yeah. He may have been out there. I thought they were going to put him at the very end, but yeah.
Oh, shout out to Ben keeping Caleb out there for victory formation though. Matt Eberflus, that's an Eberflus move where he's like, all right, Tyson, get out there. No, let the guys enjoy it, man. Like we got that Tyrique Cohen backflip a couple of years. Well, 6 years ago, whatever the hell it was. It's a long time ago, but like keep your starters in. They earned it. Kneel down. Victory formation. You love it. So, but yeah, I don't want to hear nothing about Tyson Bagent. No stories. That Jeremy Fowler stuff that we covered, last pod. I understood he played. He had a good camp. He got paid. Let's leave it at that, man. Happy for the guy. Happy he's in Chicago.
Facts. Happy talking about happy that they're in Chicago. Let's get to the Ben meter. I mean, my God, we actually have a competent head coach. Never thought I'd see the day. Yeah, I'm all in on Ben. He's been in the green this whole time. He took a little bit of a notch down last game just because, like, bro, I can't move the meter up when someone drops 50 on you, and it was the Lions, so it was kind of like your revenge game. But bounced back. Love everything that he's done so far. Team's more disciplined. He talked to Dave, you had a clip that kind of went viral talking about during his interview where he's like, hey, our practices are not up to par. Fucking thank God. There was busting with the boys saying, hey, you Bears fans, you're not going to like this. And I was like, no. Bears fans, we love this. We have not had a head coach that's been accountable saying, hey, you look like shit. You played like shit and your results were shit. Let's get it together so we can have a game like this. Absolutely on board. Love everything that Ben Johnson and Dennis Allen and Richard Hightower did today. Shout out to them, but my Ben meter's up. What about you? Let's see what Dave's got.
Yeah, I've never ever wavered on Ben. You can't. Whether week one loss was tough, and then last week was a complete ass whooping. From Detroit, and you hate to see it, but you've seen it sprinkled throughout every single game, of course, especially today, where he is who he is. He's not afraid to be it. He's so locked in. I love how serious he is, and it's not cringy either. Like he's just legit it's not like, how you see like Mike McDaniel. First of all, I think he's a really, really brilliant mind as far as play calling, but like he's having a really tough time, and because his stick or shtick, whatever you want to do it kind of ran old, and when you lose, it makes it it's
Worse.
harder, right? We saw it with Matt Nagy, right? Ben, I think even in the times that we've seen so far, they were 0-2. He just never wavered. He was calling people out. There's an expectation here. We saw that locker room, right? When you get your first win, those guys believe in him. They believe in what they're trying to change. And I love the accountability. We talked about obviously the practices, and it's refreshing. It truly is to see this guy he's just leading this team. And I don't care. I really don't care what happens the rest of the year. I know he's going to be steady. He's going to hold people accountable, and he's never going to lose that locker room. Simple as that. And that's what we need in there. Caleb needs to be coached like that. Some of these players need to be coached like that. And I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to see how these guys continue to fight for them. And I mean, 2-2 sounds amazing right now.
Sure
if
does.
you can beat Raiders next week. So
Definitely beatable. Definitely beatable.
yeah.
Jack, what about you?
Same spot. I just think it was a perfectly coached game. We finally got to see the hype around the number one coaching candidate this offseason. Like we got it. And like it was nice to see in like practice where we saw clips of offensive linemen catching, and like we had an expectation, like I brought up last week in the post game. We had the expectation. It was so nice to finally see again what Dave was talking about, like jet sweep, triple option. Like it was all these things. And then the lateral play with Luther, just in totality, it was just so great to finally see our guy literally out-coach. You know what I mean? Like it was a true out-coaching classic. So I don't know. You have two, because it's Luke Schottenheimer, right?
Brian Schottenheimer.
Brian Schottenheimer. It's his first year.
Yep.
And then so it's Ben's too. So it's nice. Again, it's just you always compare. Like we did that with last year with Caleb and Jaden. When they played each other, it's like you have the two guys in the same class. It kind of was the first time we got that this week. And I don't know. I was very happy. Love Ben Johnson too.
Yeah, I think it's great. We talked about it, right? The main two questions for this season, obviously you want to win games, make the playoffs, yada, yada, yada. But like the big picture questions are head coach, is that a yes or no? And quarterback, is that a yes or no? Right. Early signs for head coach is yes, right? I think we feel really good about that. And early signs now of Caleb, right? Especially with this progression we've seen in a game like this, it's creeping closer and closer to like, yes, this is the dude. So a lot of season left. I still feel good about both of those questions being answered. And then, but we'll see what happens. Should be an exciting time. Okay, so let's get to the game balls. We'll do our team grades. We'll do our last ad read and then give shout outs and whatnot. Game balls will be quick. You guys kind of had the same one. No shocker here, but go to mine.
Are we going to get to our voicemails today?
Yeah, we got them. Yep, we'll be able to knock them out.
We gotta let's knock some of this out.
Yeah, we're going. So game balls here. I just want to be quick here. Mine, I'm actually giving to Luther Burden, right? Rookie had a breakout performance. Obviously, that big play, which was a momentum shift, was that flea flicker for 65 yards. End of the day, though, with 3 receptions, 101 yards, 1 rush for 7 yards. That rush came on a 3rd down, which was clutch as hell. Ben Johnson said before, said it during the week, how he wants to get more packages for Luther Burden to give him some more looks. We saw that. I tweeted out that, hey, you might need to double that package. That sounds weird. You might need to double the count of packages where Luther Burden is the main focal point to get him the ball more. Give him the ball more. How about that? Okay, let's get to your guys' game balls, which is pretty obvious here.
Yeah, I love Luther. I really, really like that one, Fick. I think that spark. First of all, Caleb had to make the throw, which was insane. An unreal throw, but that's why I'm giving it to Caleb Williams here. He was really, really good. And he has improved so much over just these 3 games. He hit some big time plays, like the 4th and goal touchdown to DJ, that 19-play drive that he orchestrated. He really felt like he was just in command and in the driver's seat the entire game. Of course, he had some misses, but man, was he good today. And I'll leave it at that.
Love it.
Which is a great transition into this. I don't need to repeat everything that Dave said. Game ball goes to Caleb here. I just think it was a fucking A+ classy game by my boy.
Absolutely. Let's get to the team grades then here real quick. This might be the best grades that we've ever given out. I mean, my God. Offense, A+. Sorry. Anytime you score 30 points, no turnovers, 4 touchdowns, you're getting A+ for me. Defense might bump you up to a B. The only thing that brought you down was the run game, but you ended up getting another turnover there at the end with Kevin Byard. So you get 3 turnovers, 2 sacks. Like that's probably a B performance. Special teams, you guys didn't do anything to fuck it up. So you get an A for me. Coaching, masterclass across the board, A+. Dave, yours here?
Yeah. Offense A, defense. Okay. I sent this in with before Edmonds' pick. It should not be a C. I gotta give it at least a B+. So let's get that out of there. Should have changed it. I'm gonna go B+. I thought there was some moments, of course, where Pickens had some good routes, but Tyrique Stevenson played out of his mind. Special teams, I think an A. Torrey Taylor, great stuff. Santos, he didn't miss, of course. Didn't have a lot of opportunities either. But coaching, A+. Yeah.
Hey, by the way, you brought up Torrey Taylor. First of all, had a great punt in the red zone. That was a
Inside
great coffin
6.
corner. Yep. But also, did you see his first punt? Did you guys notice what was different about it? He did a Australian rugby style punt that a lot of times you see in college, and I think that's what he did at Iowa. His first punt was the run to the side boot, which is infamous in college and infamous in the Australian league. Or I don't know if that's right, but in Australia,
watch that.
Yeah, but
awesome.
he didn't do it after that though. So I was like, oh, okay, you did it the first time. Are you gonna do it the second time? Interesting, because that first punt was pretty good. So I wonder if they're gonna start mixing that in. Just something to keep an eye on. So let's get to yours though, Jack.
That's cool. I never knew that. Or paid attention enough. Offense A+, defense B-. Again, same exact thing. It was right before the Byard pick is when we did this. So the only thing and we talked about it earlier, was the run defense. Didn't love it, but that's the only thing I would kind of bump it down. Special teams A, coaching A as well.
Love it. Crazy. Those are the best grades we've ever given out.
For sure.
That's fantastic. Let's get to this last ad read, and then we'll get to the voicemails and shout outs. All right. Before we close out the show, I got to tell you about some awesome stuff that we have cooked up on the BFRstore.com. As you can see here, we have hats, hoodies, mugs, stickers, a whole bunch of fire stuff, and we're always working on new creative designs. Maybe jerseys coming. Yeah, who knows? But you can check it all out at thebfrstore.com. All the proceeds from the merch store just goes back right into the show. And plus, we want to give you fire stuff because we want to look fly all the time, and we want y'all to look fly as well. So if you want to support the BFR show, go to the BFRstore.com. We appreciate all the love and support. Now let's get back to the show. Hell yeah.
I just found, I don't know if we talked about this yet, but this is the first game in Caleb Boom's career where he was not sacked.
Wow. That's
Just
crazy. Well, we know that never happened last year because the man was on his ass about 3 to 4 times a game. You don't get 68 sacks in the season, third most in NFL history, and have a game with 0 sacks. I can promise you that. So that's good. Shout out to them.
Yeah.
Like we talked about it. Even the weeks before, the pass pro has been pretty good. The issue has been penalties, and the run game's a little iffy. But we learned that might be a Swift problem. So, but great tidbit there, Dave. Okay, before we get to the voicemails, let's give a shout out to our Patreon members. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Give a shout out to our Hall of Fame Patreon members, Michael, BH across the pond. Shout out to you. We got Gage, Philip. I know you guys are all in the chat, so shout out to you. Thanks for the super chat as well, Gage. Michael Barry Sr., we got Thomas Whitty, Tito, and Dave as well. And then shout out to our rookie Grizzlies. We love you as much. Alex Hamilton, Chris, Jason, and Caleb. We appreciate all your guys' support. If you want to get a shout out like all of those guys got a shout out, you can join our Patreon, $10 a month for a Hall of Fame Grizzly tier. You get a private Zoom call with us 3. Actually, it's going to be next week. So if you want to get in now, you'll be able to get that private Zoom call on Saturday in the morning. And then also we have our $3 Patreon in there as well, where we have giveaways, free merch. We got a private Discord access in our public Discord, where we also have a competition going on there. So a bunch of fun stuff. Go ahead and go to the Bear Den on Patreon. So shout out to you guys, and let's get to these voicemails. We got quite a bit, so we need to.
Yeah. How many did we get?
We got
I love
about
it too,
11, I think. Yep.
11? That's
11.
awesome. I love it. I love it when you guys throw them in. or send them in. So I'm very, very, and we had one. I think I talked about it last pod that went crazy on all
it's from
socials.
Ben. I think Ben sent another one. So I'm excited to see what
he said this time. Cannot wait. Okay.
Yeah. Let's start with Phil here.
What's going on, BFR? I'm here with Rashab and Steven. We're on a live stream, man, but just wanted to call and say, bear the fuck down. Let's go. Tremaine Edmonds just picked that ball off. It fucking rules. Boys, what do you got to say?
Bears are back, baby. 4-game winning streak starts right now. Beat the Commanders after the bye. Bears are all the way back.
What do you got, Steven?
Oh, yeah. I am loving this. Run game and defense still a question mark, but I like what I'm seeing so far today. Effort-wise, everybody's contributing. Everybody's playing hard. Caleb has 4 touchdowns already. Wiener Circle, get your free hot dog ready, everybody, on Tuesday.
I love it. I love it. Man, bear the fuck down, boys. I can't wait to watch your pod after this is done. It's going to be a lot of fun. Man, fuck the Cowboys. Fuck the Cowboys. I really look. I understand there's a decent amount of time still in this fourth quarter, and I hope I don't have to call back like a sad little bitch and eat crow. But until then, I'm just gonna say bear down, baby. Let's go.
Love that. Thank you, Phil. I also love the inception there of he's doing a live stream, getting DWC Rashab and Steven's thoughts on that as well. So shout to them. Give them guys a follow, Steven, DWC, Phil as well. Phil does great Phil stuff as well. So thank you for that voicemail. Let's go to Chris next.
What's up, Dave? What's up, Ficky? Here we go. Bears, all you doubters, get out of here. All you Caleb can't do it. Caleb's not the one. All you guys giving DeAndre Swift some grief last week. Hit the bricks. Get out of here. Bears football, baby. This was Bears football. True and blue. Do it. Ficky, Dave, give us the rundown. That was awesome. 14-2, baby. We're going 14-2. Let's do it.
Chris, love the voicemail, but Jack's reaction.
Chris is banned from ever making another voicemail again.
Why? What did I miss there?
Because he'd say Fick and Dave and never say Jack.
Right fucking here. Chris. I mean, seriously.
Was that Chris? That was from sports?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Like our guy,
so.
like our president.
I don't think so. That didn't sound
Sportsmockery.com. I thought it was for a moment.
Maybe we need to go back. I'll check the
email. Hey Jack, you got to be consistent, brother. That's all I see here.
He probably was the pregame show.
Chris is a hater. That's fine, Chris, but just know
you can't be a part of the crew in a voicemail unless you're here for the pregame show too, brother.
There it is.
That's the morning's no good.
Make the rules. I know.
We got to go behind the scenes here because Chris ruined the whole show. Unless it's the president.
It's over for Jack.
I love you.
No,
Chris.
Jack is crucial, and you are. I like I tell you, I need you on this show, man. You're the voice of reason, but also you're just funny.
No, he's definitely funny. Love it.
Oh my God,
Chris, love the voicemail. Love the voicemail. I think we got Jack back on track. Let's go to bed next.
Let's go to bed next. Yeah, hell yeah.
First, just wanted to hop on and say thank you guys for the love. Thanks for wanting me to come back on. Probably will not be another viral moment for you guys to post on your social since we did win. Happy belated birthday to Vicky. I would say more. I got to really get through this. All my thoughts. All of a sudden, 53 guys looked like they remember what a football was. I'm stunned. I didn't know they could do this in 1 week. But up until that first Tremaine pick, I was really like, man, how are they losing this? How are we going to blow like a 17-point lead? Thankfully enough, we didn't. So how much can I complain? Wanted to say thank you to Matt Eberflus. This was the best development in Caleb Williams' whole career this game. Would not be possible without him being absolutely horseshit at his job. Caleb and Ben Johnson, welcome to the fucking show. Caleb still has a lot of those little things that you would like to see him do better, but you're not getting many of those great plays that he had today from other cute quarterbacks starting in this league. Luther Burden, thank God we remembered he was on the roster. Talent was obviously there. Just glad to see it being put to use. That was an absolute dart on that flea flicker. Pass rush is absolute dog shit. I don't really know what Montez does. Getting paid $98 million to do absolutely nothing. I can't even blame guys like Nashawn for that, just because he expected to guard Pickens, which he shouldn't be doing in the first place, for like 10 seconds a snap. But I will pay my respect to Tyrique Stevenson. Remembered what football was, so I'll pay my respect for that. But not to DeAndre Swift, though. That guy still sucks. So just thank you guys for wanting me back on, and looking forward to stressing about Vegas next week. So thanks, guys.
That last
I love it.
hits my heart. It's stressing for the next week because that is a fact.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you for calling in. I think you got to be a regular, but
thanks,
it didn't go viral because of us. It was you, man. Last week you were every single Bears fan. I think you just had a way with words last week, man.
Yeah, that was poetry at its finest. So
exactly. Thank you for calling in.
Absolutely. And all of y'all, we love all of these voicemails. Short, long, whatever it is in between.
Best
these
part.
balls fire. All right, let's get to Marcus, though.
Wow. That was amazing. I mean, you can't feel better about a win like that. Like the team did their job. The defense looked a lot better today. Obviously, I am not completely relieved by it. I would feel much better if all of our cornerbacks were not as injured as they currently are. But still, the people we had out there today, they did their job. They did it well. I couldn't be happier. Tyrique Stevenson, I do apologize for cussing you out last week. You had a much better game. I would like to see that consistently more from you in the coming weeks, but I'll give you your flowers. You did good today. You know who else did good today? Caleb Williams. Holy crap. That might be the best game of his career so far. Obviously, statistically, he's had better passing yard games, but just the absolute insane plays he made today. I could not be happier. Obviously, some of the routine stuff he's still struggling with more than I would like, but I mean, the dude had 4 touchdowns today and almost 300 yards. How could I not be happy about that? I don't care if he still needs to work on the routine stuff, if he's hitting the God mode stuff so often. So, I'm going to enjoy this win. I don't think we're going to have too many of these this season still, but man, I'm going to enjoy this one. Bear down, boys. Let's go. And the Packers lost. This is a great Sunday.
That part right there. We didn't talk about this, but how many blocked field goals and special teams touchdowns we saw today is
all that matters. None against Chicago.
None. Normally that's us. We remember last year 2 of them back to back. And also, that Eagles, I don't know if you called the end of that Eagles game. That was crazy. Jordan Davis blocked field goal for the win. Wow. What a day for football.
Man, oh my God. Eagles had no right winning that, but
no, they didn't. Okay. They didn't, but crazy. Anyways, let's get to Angie here.
All right. I'm going to give them their props today because they won. Yes, Caleb looked good, but I think everybody needs to calm down. It is the Cowboys. And who do they have? Slim Pickings? Come on now. I'm sorry. Slim Pickens, a.k.a. Slim Pickings, as well as CD. What is he CDing? Anyway, I'm going to give props today. The Bears did do really well. I'm not going to go off on them or Caleb Williams or any of it because he looked great today. But we do have to remember the Cowboys barely beat the Giants last week. And that was in overtime. And they got lucky. So let's not all get on this whole wagon of we're the best team in the league. Let's just keep our heads on and remember that there's another game next week and another team. And hopefully we can keep this trajectory going in the right direction. And I guess that's it for me today because I'm not bitching about the Bears losing. Finally, we've won a game. And yes, it's against the Cowboys. I have to be really quiet because my husband's in the other room and he's a Cowboys fan. And if he heard me rejoicing about it, he gets really angry. So I have to be really quiet. Anyway, thanks. Have a great night. Yay. Go Bears.
Look, that's a good sign of Angie's talking somewhat positive about this team. So we'll take that.
Thank you, Angie.
Thank you. Be interesting to see if we get a win streak going, how positive she gets. She's our meter really for how well this team is actually doing. But thank you for the voicemail there, Angie. Let's get to Jeremy here.
And a mass of people coming out of the Bears game celebrating this Bears victory. It's Jerome from Darien, baby. It's a goddamn good day. Oh, yes, sir. Cowboys lose. Bears win. Y'all hear it? Y'all hear it? That's right, baby. We out here charged. Stadium is fucking lit today. Y'all know what time it is. Bear down, baby. Bear down.
Love that. And sorry, I thought you
leaving
told
the
us to pronounce-
stadium,
Yeah,
leaving Soldier Field, and we get a Green Bay sucks chant. That's just, I love it. That happens every single time, I swear.
it does.
When the Bears win.
It does. We
Sometimes
love that.
when we lose.
It
Thank
does
you for
when we
calling in.
lose
That's,
too.
I love,
appreciate Jerome.
that atmosphere.
And is it if you watch this later, let us know. I thought you told us it was pronounced Jeremy, but if it's Jerome, then my bad. Sorry, I mispronounced that earlier on. But thank you for the voicemail. Fucking fire. Let's get to Michael Berry Sr. here.
Bears win, Packers lose. F the Packers. F Matt Eberflus. Bear down, baby. Let's go.
Short and sweet. Love it. Patreon member Michael Berry. Shout out to you. Appreciate the voicemail. Let's get to Mark here.
What a win by Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears, man. Today was so fun. 31-14. Are you shitting me? Like, what? Cowboys looked like they didn't know what the fuck they were even doing out there today. Dak Prescott doing Dak Prescott things, being an absolute choker. And Eberflus not knowing how to counter Caleb Williams. Interesting. Playoffs are out of the way, man. We're 1-2. We're only one game out of first place in the division. Packers lost today. Always fuck the Packers, always. I think playoffs are in the air. I think we could do it. 10-7 maybe, 9-8. We'll see. 4 different receivers with touchdowns. Caleb was spreading the ball around today. Ben Johnson was dialing up. Dennis Allen was he had Dak Prescott in a straitjacket today. Absolute masterclass by Dennis Allen today. Man, what a game. The Bears, bear down. Let's get another one. Let's keep it going. I'm out.
I think that man had to take a minute to think because he's not used to that feeling. You know what I mean? He's like, wait a minute.
Oh man, that was Trent.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, wait, this is what winning feels like. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate the voicemail. Let's get to Michael here.
Oh man, what could happen in a week? What could change in a week? I left a voicemail last week bitching and moaning, and I was upset and 0-2, and I haven't felt happiness, and I'm feeling good right now. Really proud of the boys. Proud of the defense too. Cowboys offense could be really high scoring. I know CD was out, but fucking TJ's out, Kyler's out, Jalen's out, so. And they scored so many points against the Giants last week, so that was good. Let's talk about something really quick though. I know you guys are pounding through these voicemails. If I could go back in the draft a couple of years ago, I'm still taking Caleb Williams, #1 overall. This is a process. Ben Johnson is going to be on the Bears for at least the next 5 years. I know the extension is longer than that, or the contract is longer than that, but we have a coach who is going to develop Caleb. He is going to get Caleb being better and better and better, and throughout 3 weeks, I see the progress. Caleb is a special guy. When have you seen a Bears quarterback do what he's done today? He's a special quarterback. Like I said, maybe hot take. People are like, you're going to take Caleb over Jaden? I would take Caleb over Jaden. Caleb hasn't missed a game either. He's just a tank, and I don't know. This is a process. We look good today. If we win next week, beat the Raiders 2-2 at the bye, team's going to keep getting better and better. This is going to be a process over the next couple of years, but the future does look bright. It's crazy what one win could fucking do. You know what I mean?
Got that right. Yeah. One win changes everything. We just haven't had them that
I'm
often.
loving these voicemails, man.
These are great. We
This
got
is
two more here.
great.
We got Captain
Okay.
CB, and then we got Gage. So let's go to Captain CB here.
Okay.
Ben Johnson, Caleb Williams will work. Caleb Johnson out of pocket creativity is absolutely insane. Ben Johnson playbook is absolutely insane when it comes to trick plays and being able to capitalize on what Caleb Williams can do. This offense is built to succeed, and this defense can be fantastic. We just need to get the health back on the sidelines and everybody playing the game all together. I am so freaking excited, especially after last week. The offense, the defense, everything. It made my 4-year-old daughter cry, and I can't tell you how heartbreaking that was just to see. And after today, I am so freaking ecstatic, going crazy and nuts. Just the capabilities of what this team can be is so insane. I'm so happy. It is just so nice to be able to wear my Victory Monday shirt and just be happy. Bear down.
Happy for you. I now remember Captain CB. He had the call last week where his girl was crying because we got stomped so much as a 4-year-old in the background. So appreciate that voicemail. I'm glad this one's in a more positive light. And let's end it with our Patreon member, Gage himself. Thank you for the super chat and also the voicemail. What do you have for us, Gage?
So happy we won that game. Think we needed that. Think we were all starting to get a little depressed about what the Bears were going to be this season. And Jack, I don't know if I'd qualify the amount of snaps he got second half as him being the starter now. Anyways, bear down. Thanks for everything you guys do.
Cha-ching, cha-ching.
Thank you, Michael.
Cha-ching. Jack's got some money to owe. So it's good stuff. Thank you.
Yes.
Appreciate it. Appreciate that. What did you say, Jack? Oh,
I'll send him some money.
Okay, I think you said you'll send him some money. He's lagging out there. So all good. All good. I think that's it on that. Dave, did you have something to say right there?
No, let's get to our OGs and our shout outs. And I appreciate everyone again that tuned in. What an awesome day. Enjoy your week and let's get some shout outs here.
Absolutely. So we got Michael Berry Sr. here with the hashtag OG. Also Patreon member. Shout out to you. I left a haiku on the voicemail, boys. You sure did. We love that. Short and sweet. That was great. Next one we got here is, I think we got Phil here with the hashtag OG. Take the L. Do Eber lose, which is funny. Yeah, Eber lose is what we should be calling him for now on. Appreciate that. We got Moosh B or Mooshy B 24 on YouTube. He said, let's go Bears. Hashtag OG. This is how we expected for them to play. Bear. Appreciate that. Devin McGovern with the hashtag OG. Bear down. Fire flames. Appreciate that. We got Michael BH from across the pond. Hashtag OG. Caleb's flea flicker was epic. Yeah, people they don't give credit for that throw. That was like the longest airtime play in the NFL yet so far. 65 yards on a tightrope. Love that. Isaac Everett on YouTube with the hashtag OG. Shout out to you. We got some guy named Dave who's a Patreon member as well. Hashtag OG. Shout out to you, Dave. We got Adam Kiel on YouTube. First time. Hashtag New Face Gang. Shout out to you, Adam. Welcome to the BFR podcast. The number one show for the fans, by the fans. We appreciate you being here. Leroy Pinkston with the hashtag OG. Bear down. You're absolutely right, Leroy. We got Gage in here with the hashtag OG. Shout out to you, Gage. And then we got Cam with the hashtag OG. Finally, a fucking win. You are absolutely right. We got one right here with the hashtag OG as well. Kyler, true OG, hashtag OG Bears win. You got that right. We got Big Mike 76 on YouTube. Hashtag OG. People are saying Super Bowl bound. I'm people. Love it. Appreciate that. Let's see if Giovanni in here as well. Hashtag OG. It was nice seeing the Bears finally get a win. Yes, it is. These don't come by very often. We do appreciate it. Shout out to all of y'all, though, the OGs, whether it's your second time or your 200th time, or all the episodes, whatever number we're at, 170, I think. And also, if this is your first time, shout out to you as well. Again, the show would be nothing without y'all. This is the Bears Film Room Podcast, the number one show for the fans, by the fans. Dave, me, and the black box over here, Jack, we're all fans like y'all. We go through the highs like today, the lows like last week, and we want to make sure that we build a community for y'all, build a show that's truly built around the awesome fans that y'all are and that we are. So thank y'all for tuning in to the number one show for the fans, by the fans. One last shout out here. Our Discord is free. If you want to join that, we got a competition going on there that we started this week where you'll win a free gift card to our merch store, where every week we're doing weekly score predictions. So you just go in there and whoever gets the closest prediction right is going to win that week, and you're going to be winning some free merch. And at the end, every week you'll win free money to our merch store, and then at the end of the season, we're going to tally that up and give away a big free merch package. So get into the Discord if you can. Tell a friend, tell your friends to tell a friend, and we're just trying to build up this community. So shout out to y'all. Dave, anything on your end?
I have nothing. I'm thankful the Bears won today. I'll leave it at that. I can't wait to have our next episode next week, and I hope you guys enjoy your Victory Monday. And of course, follow us on socials. Look out for our articles coming out on sportsmockery.com.
Absolutely.
And bear down and enjoy this one.
Yep. Peace.